Evening, family. I'm Rosas Sobrino. I'm co-leading the mighty, amazing U-Belt region. It's really an honor for me to share to you about fruitfulness through faithfulness. Sisters, to help us understand how faithfulness can make us fruitful, let's open our Bible in Psalms 1, 2, verse 2 to 3. And to give you a background to this is the scripture that God directly gave me last January 1st. I'm going to read it in the Passion Translation. Their pleasure and passion is remaining true to the word of I am, meditating day and night in His true revelation of light. They will be standing firm like a flourishing tree planted by God's design, deeply rooted by the brooks of bliss, bearing fruit in every season of their lives. They are never dry, never fainting, ever blessed, ever prosperous. I want us to understand, sisters, that the only source of our pleasure and satisfaction should only comes from our own personal relationship with God. No one else, nothing else. I really love how David emphasized that we can be fruitful by staying connected to the one or to the one who are the source that can give us fruit. In NIV version, they use delight. And delight in Hebrew, it's Chef Zob. I hope I pronounce it correctly. It means extreme satisfaction or great pleasure. That means we should be delighted in our times with God, in our prayer times, in our Bible reading, so that we can bear fruit. And the Bible also promises us that we will never be dry, never be fainting in our relationship with God, but rather we will have that true happiness and prosperity spiritually because we are faithful to God. What is faithfulness? So faithfulness, this is something that we're doing constantly because we love doing it. Be committed to something that you decided even if it is hard. Putting loyalty into consistent practice. Doing it because this is what pleases God. I know this year, when every year started, I know and I believe that many of us, your sisters, we wanted to go to gym, to be physically fit. And looking forward to some changes, to stay fit, to stay healthy. And I can totally relate to you. I always promise that. I remember last year, I went to the gym, and after my first day, my gosh, it's terrible. My body aches, I have a lot of pains. It's hard to walk, it's hard to move. And my coach said, you have to be back tomorrow. And when I woke up, it's hard, like I'm having a hard time moving my body. But anyways, I go back to the gym because I paid for it. Sayang naman. And when you think of it, that is all about a decision to stay committed to something even if it is hard. And that is faithfulness. Understanding deeply that someone paid for our foolishness. Someone paid for our sin. And this is Jesus Christ dying on the cross. And to show our gratitude to Him, let us be faithful to stay fruitful. I remember praying to God in U-Belt, God, please help me to be fruitful before the year end. I'm praying to God, like really praying hard because I'm struggling that time. And one day, in the restroom, I met this young lady. Her name is Renz. And I shared my faith to her. And every day she studied the Bible. And now she's a sold out disciple of God. Sisters, what if we are sad? Are we still faithful to pray? What if we are insecure? Are we faithful to hold on to the promises of God? If we see stumbling sisters, discouraging sisters, are we faithful to encourage them? If we are tired physically, emotionally, spiritually, do we find rest from God? If we are in sin, are we be faithful to pray to God every single day to bring you to someone that wants to be a disciple and be part to evangelize the world in this generation. To God be the glory.